I'm ready. And if we're all ready, we shall begin. So, gentlemen, last we left off, the Guardians had been put in charge of of the main gate of the main walls of the city, in order to try and draw Yara out. Councilman Ivan and things thought that that would be the best way to try and draw Yara out, as if you guys were the face of the defense against the first wave of her assault. And you did pretty well under your leadership. Most of the archers sadly died and the ballistas were taken care of, but the Elder Treant and the spellcasters and one or two of the archers still managed to survive. And you managed to get rid of the undead wave of enemies coming towards you. In response to this, she basically teleported into view and said that rule was mostly moves and counter moves, and she now had to offer up a counter move, which she did by summoning 4 meteors to come down from the sky, wreathed in ghostly white flames, and blow up 4 specific locations. First being the castle, where she struck the lowest point of the tallest tower, so that the castle toppled in on itself. Second was the Wizard's College, which had wards to protect against the most of the damage, but a fire had broken out due to all of the alchemical and arcane components that lay within. The Cathedral of Pelor, where Aurelian Salan, the Archpriest of Pelor, many priests who are helping with healing and making holy oil and holy water and things like that, and your friend Priest Tyrion were within. And finally, she struck the Eastern Gate, where Councilman Ivan was defending, and Councilman Ivan, you watched, took his potential death without fear, with honor, standing there ready for it. After this, Davyak basically whipped into gear and said that he, Giri, and Navedo would defend the breach, while you guys, the Guardians, would have to go and defeat Yara. Hopefully then killing her would stop the undead army, and this breach would be null and void. Because otherwise, if you guys don't take care of her, the enemies are just going to purge through this breach, purge the rest of the city, and you're screwed. And so we moved over to the other characters, where Giri, Navedo, and Davyak all met up towards the breach, and were surprised to find another ally, a centaur barbarian by the name of Chiron, who was a man of little words and more screaming, as you charged into the fray and took on the phalanx undead warriors that lay at the gates. However, you defeated those in pretty quick order, thanks to some maelstrom and spike growth tactics and different things, and you waited for the next wave. As you wait for the next wave, by the way, you can all position yourselves wherever on the map, I don't mind. As long as you can feasibly get there within like 30 seconds. And as you waited, you saw a large looming shadow of a huge undead T-Rex emerge. On its back, a knight wearing plate armor of a minor god of basically torture and malice, who had a large glaive in his hand, and skittering along the ground were ghouls, these smaller, skinny undead creatures with long claws and sharp fangs. Think like Gollum, but a lot more monstrous. Much longer claws with this sort of like, almost like venom secreting from within their claws. And as this creature storms in, it gives out a mighty roar, and we can all roll some initiative. As I think after that little break, and considering it's a new session, let's re-roll some initiative and see how we do.
I want to go back to what it was before.
Oh, okay. So the T-Rex and the Death Knight are going to go at the same time, and the ghouls are going to go at a different time.
Fuck me, boys. Should we just log off and start again?
See you next week.
Oh my god. I think we definitely got taken by surprise.
This hurts, considering they rolled a natural 20 and a 19. Yowza. So, oh yeah, can you roll for Orson as well, please? Someone.
Mr.
Anyone?
Magic Ball.
Mr. Magic Ball? Yes.
Who wants to control Orson this week?
Don't want someone else doing it because I've got the blades as well.
Yeah, you got the blades, so you're alright. And Matt's got a Griffin, so either you or JJ really. I would probably say, unless you like want me to take control of him, I can if you really want me to. But
I don't mind. JJ, do you want him or?
I'm easy either way. Depends if you're going to summon a lot of stuff.
I was thinking once T-Rex goes down of bringing out some wasps.
Okay.
Wasp boy.
Or some birds, maybe. We'll see.
So it's Navedo, Davyak, Chiron, Giri, and then where's Orson going? We'll see.
Oh, pardon me.
A 3. Fan-fucking-tastic. I'll say, Giri, you have a worse dexterity than Orson, so Orson's going to go before you.
You must be joking.
Got less dexterous than
a fucking
than a
rock.
stone golem.
They've got the same dexterity.
Oh, -1, really?
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright, JJ roll a d20 and Giri roll a d20. We'll see who goes where.
I have a feeling I should be going second.
Yeah, there we go. Cool.
Get it out the system.
These, the undead T-Rex and Death Knight goes first. And as they step into the fray, this huge creature, powerful legs and tail stomping through the area, this thing is going to move up 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And he's going to get here, and the Death Knight is basically going to raise his staff and look back towards the ghouls, and he's going to point to the right, so basically to this side. And then he is going to sort of pull the chain that he's holding. There is this like large chain that's coming from sort of his hands into like the sides of the mouth of this T-Rex. And he's going to pull that towards the other side. And as he does, he points his glaive towards that side. And as he sort of points his glaive, you can see the glaive blade turns just like onyx black, like Vanta black, like a black hole. And for a second, you're sort of worried about what's happening until eventually this darkness then forms to a sort of like a ball on the end of like the very, very tip of the blade. And with a swift, just like flick of his wrist, the ball flies towards each of you. As the ball flies towards each of you, like a meteor sort of striking down from space, it sort of begins to burn up and flare up, as it then turns into a large fireball. Impacts around here, and can I get Navedo, Giri, Scarlet, and Orson to make dexterity saving throws?
It's not fair to give the enemies fireball.
Please.
I don't think we have a counterspell people here today.
I was just thinking that.
Yeah.
That's good.
I don't think druids get counterspell, do they?
No, I don't think so.
Hmm.
God, this is gonna be
hurt.
This is gonna be interesting. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Alrighty. Oh, Jesus Christ!
I didn't teach my my students how to move. They just hit shit hard.
So yeah, you and you, Chiron and Scarlet, sort of stand your ground against this threat, as well as Orson, who just sort of tries to block it with his hands rather than doing anything else. Whereas Navedo, you standing behind everyone, sort of manage to squeeze yourself behind Orson, and everybody sort of takes. So let me bear with me here because it's a lot of dice. So that's 16 fire damage. It's actually a pretty low roll. 8, and 17 necrotic damage.
Sorry, run those numbers again.
16 fire damage,
Mhm.
17 necrotic damage.
So
So 33 damage
33.
overall.
Jeez.
Do I take half? Right, man.
Why do you
Did I
take
pass
half?
the save? No?
Oh, yes. You take half. So you take 16 damage overall. That should be good for you, Jojo. Should be able to control that. With that done, as this thing sort of implodes, as the smoke sort of begins to clear, you can see this thing moving in again. 5, 10. It is then going to sort of go for a roar, but as it goes for a roar, suddenly it just and you can see movement in its neck, like something is physically, rather than it eating something and it going down its gullet, something is moving and climbing up. And as a bonus action, it's going to use its Disgorge Undead. So let me
Rex
just
went from being cool to a bit icky.
so that's 3. So crawling out of its mouth, physically like grabbing on the side of its mouth and its teeth and pulling themselves out, are these 3 ghoulish figures, similar to the ones that were here. Whether it ate these before it died and now it's, and now it's just disgorging them, or this T-Rex is like a ghoul carrying system, you're not quite sure. But that was its bonus action, and for its action, I need to look at thingies. Zombie T-Rex, or Z-Rex, as I like to call him. So Disgorge Undead, multi-attack, there we go. As its action, so 2 attacks, 1 with its bite, so reach 10 feet. They both have a 10 feet reach, and sadly the only one within 10 feet reach is Giri. So let's see how this goes. That's a nat 1 to start with the bite. As it goes towards you, you just use your sword and slam against its like part of its like tooth. But that is a 15 plus 10 with the tail. 25 to hit. With the tail attack. Can you make me a strength save, please?
I'm really good at these.
Yeah, that is fine. As this tail swoops around, crashes through the statue just to your right, and threatens to knock you off your feet, you manage to hold firm and just sort of like take it in your side. You do, however, suffer 20 points of bludgeoning damage.
Did you say it tried to bite me and then hit me with its tail?
Yes.
Is it the same as a standard T-Rex?
Similar, yeah.
Because I think a standard T-Rex can't make
yes,
both
of
attacks
course,
against the
it can
same
only,
target.
Yes, it can't make. That's a really, really good point. Yes, can't make both attacks against the same target. Then I apologize. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll roll to hit against because I've just realized Scarlet is within 10 feet as well, so she'll be within range.
I might have just killed my buddy, but
yeah, that's an 18 plus stuff. So she takes. I'm going to say
so...
she takes 20 points of bludgeoning damage. Can she make a strength save? So roll me a d20, add 7.
yeah, let me just do a health. D20 add 7. 14.
14. Scarlet is suddenly thrown back 10 feet and is just thrown back straight into this wall. As this tail comes swooping round, she smashes back, slams into the wall. There's like a crack in the wall suddenly. Maybe she hits like a pane of glass that slightly breaks, but doesn't quite give in all the way as she falls down, but manages to pull herself back up using her blade to lift herself back up. That's its turn. Navedo, you're up.
I'm quite literally up, my dude, because I'm going to cast Polymorph into a giant T-Rex. Well,
yeah.
A regular T-Rex, I suppose, but...
A slightly bigger T-Rex than this one.
Just a
Fuck
centimetre
yeah.
taller.
So sort of seeing this thing, you summon the energy within your staff, slam your staff on the ground, and suddenly your form just shifts and changes as you've all seen it before. And T-Rex Navedo forms, looking a lot more alive, scales with a bit more colour, a lot less blood and bone and flesh than this one. Alright, that is your action to turn into a T-Rex. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Do the roar.
Can I just sort of stand over Giri like this? What's that?
You're
my God,
you're
the
a
ball sack
huge.
on this thing.
I know, because technically this thing is in a space there, so you could stand like here, say. I'll allow that because you are a huge creature compared to Giri. This doesn't stop Giri being targeted by attacks. It just means that you're stood right in front of Giri. But cool. All right. Next up, it is the ghouls' turn. So all these ghouls are going to run up to their speed 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. So that's their action to dash up there. These guys are going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60 and run all the way up there. Just as their action, trying to just dash up and around this corner. And these ones, so these two are going to go around Orson, and this one here is going to try and get Giri. So 2 attacks against Orson. It's a 12, but no. And no. And against Giri, God, 12, no.
Did this one attack Orson here?
Yes.
Can I use my Sentinel Feat to attack it as my reaction?
Yes, of course you can. Roll to hit.
Bang. Oh. Did I turn this thing? Did I transfer
You did.
Davyak's? Okay, so I get the crit thing as well if I can hit again.
So yeah, roll to hit. See if you can hit again. Which I think unless you roll, yeah. So roll the critical hit damage and then roll 4d12. So that's
44.
fucking hell. 44. This thing lashes out at Orson, and before it can even get its arm there, you just turn around in like the most practiced samurai slash ever, strike down at it, and just as you strike down at it, your blade just suddenly like surges like a very, very, very pale blue, and you just like cut this thing from like shoulder to like rib cage straight in half, and it just goes down completely dead. These things are very squishy, and you've killed it twice over. Good job.
Overkill.
Slightly overkill, yes. But very, very nicely done. That's pretty much all of them. So next up, we go to Davyak. Davyak, if I remember correctly, you're about 40 feet in the air on a Griffin.
I was far enough away for the T-Rex.
Yes. So, what you doing?
Right. I am, I think, going to, again, cast Spike Growth. Try to get as many of these little things as I can. Probably about there, I think.
About there. So remind me how big spike growth is. It's like 20 foot radius, I think.
Yeah, 20-foot radius. And if I'm right, I don't think I can upcast it, can I? Oh, there's no point.
No, I don't think so.
It doesn't get any worse. All right.
So spike growth,
so-
and it's what you say, like there.
I'm trying to work out to the left as well. So maybe. So there's no need to have it all the way over here, basically covering that spot. So,
Okay, so like way over here, basically.
Yeah, go one more because the T-Rex is going to go in that direction.
Cool.
I love
You
that
have
we're
it.
like, what, 2 years into our D&D campaign, like level
Still
14 characters, and Matt still just chucks out a spike growth.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, so once again,
It's always worked a trick.
once again, Davyak calls on his rangerly powers, and these spikes begin to sort of slowly sprout from the ground and move up sort of between the cobblestones and things that you can see. Nicely done. Anything else for you?
I'm not going to come down anymore, but I'm just going to move a bit closer in. Oh, move one at a time. Just so I can then, depending on where he goes, make my next move later.
All right. Sounds good.
Sorry. No, I don't really have any decent cantrips. Okay, cool.
Okie dokie. Let me just have a look at something. Cool. Next up is Chiron. Chiron. All sorts of shit's going on.
Okay. So in between the just constant bellowing, just gonna like turn around and reach into like a saddlebag or something, pull out like a fairly plain looking helm and just be like, well, it looks like things are getting interesting. Slams the helm on his head, and you see like his face just disappears in shadow, and just where the eyes are inside the helmet just starts glowing red. And then I'm gonna run, 5, 10, 15, 20 feet to there, and make an attack against this guy.
Alrighty. 17 hits a ghoul.
Excellent. 16 slashing damage.
16 slashing damage, nice. Still up, just as you like cleave through its shoulder, it sort of like falls back on its back and a little bit, and has to roll back, almost like does a backwards roll just to get to its feet, but it's still up and skittering and being all creepy.
I will attack it again then.
A 30 definitely fucking hits.
And
with 10 slashing damage, a final just like up slash with this thing, and maybe like a couple of hits with your hooves as well, and it just gets decapitated and flops to the ground dead.
I'm going to use my bonus action to like turn like this axe around. It just like comes up in like this reverse strike, and the hilt of it will just hit the next one.
Alrighty. Rolled it. Yeah, 25.
9 damage on that one.
9 damage.
And you know what? Let's expend a psionic energy dice as well, and force it to make a strength save.
Strength save. Well, that's a 7.
So that fails. It's pushed
Big ol'
10
7.
feet away from me and takes an additional 3 damage.
Alright, so it takes an additional 3 damage.
Yeah.
And if it's put 10 feet, Matt, roll 4d4.
I am on it.
That's what I was looking for.
Yeah, that's all right.
10. Yeah, so this thing gets pushed 10 feet back, and you watch as it flies through the air and just lands on a bunch of spikes, and it is just gone. It is depleted. Ouch. Nicely done. Who might we have next? Next it is Orson. What is the magic ball up to this time?
So there's a lot of stuff just in quite a nice line, I reckon, from Orson.
Hit that beam, boy.
So I'm thinking magic beam.
Magic beam.
100-foot long, 5-foot wide. So probably aiming to get that one, the T-Rex, and then those two, if the angles work.
Sounds good. Orson just like almost like a mech. Like you don't quite recognize his movements for a second. Just sort of like takes this stance, like 1 foot down, face up, chest sort of out as this pulsing sigil on his chest begins to brim with arcane energy. What save do they have to make?
Dexterity save.
Dexterity save. What is the DC?
15.
What is the Z-Rex's dex? Jesus Christ, the Z-Rex does not have good dex. Z-Rex fails. Natural 20 for one of the ghouls. And a 15, but I think that's with with a +2, so 17. So basically the ghoul in front of him and the Z-Rex fails, the other two behind him pass.
Okay. So they all take 34. That's a good roll.
That is a very, very good roll. Nicely done. So, yeah, this thing gets demolished. The Z-Rex takes 34 points of damage, and these two take half, which is...
17.
I know math. 17, thank you. 17 is this just magic beam of light, just very like Iron Man style from his chest, carves through them and then like into the large wall beyond. Nicely done, Orson. And if that is everything on Orson's turn,
Yep.
then finally we have Giri and the Blades.
The best take that tribute act ever. Let it shine. Right.
Not me.
What are we doing? I beg your pardon.
This is a PG campaign.
This is not PG.
Eh?
Be nice for Giri to ride Navedo, and Navedo would actually be the dominant one for once. Throw you around like the dog toy that you are. Right.
Oh, grim. Get me out of here. What's the safe word?
Dinosaur. I'd like to say a T-Rex say dinosaur. Right, Ben. If I was to say Misty Step up to the top of this T-Rex, how easy would it be to stay on it?
Up to the top of what T-Rex? The zombie one or Navedo?
I think
You
the
know
zombie
which
one.
Okay, so the zombie one, I would say you would need to get on. So get on it, and that would probably be some. I mean, depends how. So say you Misty Step up to it. Imagine you've just Misty Stepped up to a zombified T-Rex with a guy on top of it. How would you plan on staying on beyond that? There are many ways you can try and stay on a creature, some more violent or skillful than others, or you could physically just try and ride on its back.
I don't know if I'd try and stay on. I think I'd maybe try and just bully the guy off.
Oh, so like Misty Step up and try and tackle him off. Okay.
But now I'm thinking, do I just beat the fuck out of this T-Rex? I'm gonna beat the fuck out of this T-Rex. Bonus action, Fighting Spirit, and we're gonna run in, and I'm gonna smack the shit out of this thing.
Alrighty.
That's a natural 20 to start.
Yeah, that definitely fucking hits as you just like charge in and just start cleaving against its its
4d12?
legs. You have to roll to hit again.
Oh shit! Sorry. Yeah.
To see if you can get the perfect strike.
26.
Yeah, that fucking hits. So yeah, 4d12. Oh my fucking god.
That's my first hit.
Yep.
We'll go again.
Yep. Let me just count up the damage from that one. So that's 20.
I'm just going to disappear for a second, so food here.
Matt,
cool.
I'm about to destroy this T-Rex.
I know, I'm sorry, but I'm sure it'll be dead by the time I'm back, yeah? Cool.
That is
Very
62
possibly.
damage from one hit.
Oh, the perfect.
Mother of God.
I was tracking him at the same time.
Right.
Alright.
Second hit. 30.
Yep, 30 hits.
15.
15 damage.
Third hit. Oh my god.
Oh my lord.
And I'll strike again. Oh my goodness, that's 2 20s and 2 18s.
What are your rolls?
I'm enjoying it.
This is insane.
I bet this boy... Oh, that's another really good 4d12
That's
as well.
another fucking really good 4d12. So what's that? That's like...
Ben, I'll give you should we take a toilet break while I add all this up?
Hold on, I've been doing it. Alright, so that's what? That's 13 plus 6 is 19. So that's 48, 57. Jesus Christ. 57 onto that is... Okay. It's still up.
How's it looking?
It's looked fucking better. I mean, it's a zombie T-Rex. How do you think it's looking?
Well, it's looking like it needs an action surge. And then I'll strike it another 3 times and see how it's feeling after that.
I want to say that's unnecessary, but I love it.
31.
I love it. Yeah, that it.
18 damage.
18 damage.
Another hit. 25.
Hold on, I'm doing there's too much maths too quickly here. So it's 19 hits.
25, sorry.
Oh yeah, 25 hits.
I get to reroll that 1 for the damage die.
You do.
So that's 16 instead.
16 instead.
And then final hit. Can we get another nat 20 just for the lulz? No, 18.
18 still hits. This is not a very dexterous creature.
16.
16 damage. Alright, well. How do you want to do this? I mean,
I don't like.
that's nearly 200 damage in a single fucking round, Samuel.
That's unreal.
My nips are a bit
Unreal.
hard.
Because Ben gave him Davyak's sword and
I think, to be fair, Ben asked for it back quite a bit.
Had.
I kept it.
Yeah. Davyak did ask for it back at least 2 or 3 times, and Giri
Just
was like,
wasn't man enough to take it.
yeah, I'll give it you back in a bit, and then never did.
Yeah, I did 78 from 8d12. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
How do I do it? Well, just like start at the feet and just slowly just keep carving massive chunks out of it. Until it just
Have you
slowly
seen Attack on
comes down.
Titan? And you know,
No.
they kind of like, they come in and they like spin round the Titan and it's all just like sliced up. That's what.
Jesus.
I would attack on Titan it.
Yeah, so Giri, you just like carve into its leg. Use your athleticism to leap up to its other leg, carving into its stomach. Leap up, sort of like its side, and just start like climbing it, but carving into it with your sword. And then for your final action surge, you just leap up into the air, and then drop down on the front of its head. Blade goes through its head, and then like the sort of magical energy surges through your blade as you just bring it down, and you then travel down to the ground just with its snout. Just it lands face first into the ground. You just sort of like taking then just like a simple breath, like sort of thing, pulling your blade free from this creature, and it is gone.
I'm gonna just level my sword with the knight that's fallen off the back as a challenge.
However, as this thing has died, one thing you do notice is it had a lot more things in its stomach, and as you've carved into it with all your sword strikes, you begin to notice things climbing out of it, physically climbing out of its body. So I've got all the tokens for it here. Let me just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Ooh.
As these things all just proceed to, just climb out of the body of this undead, like Xerex, and this like Death Knight guy who was stood on the back watching you do all this has like landed, just Karsundid, and points his glaive towards you, accepting your challenge somewhat. This Jurassic Park thing has gone a lot quicker.
Matt, the T-Rex is dead.
Oh my god!
Matt,
I missed everything.
the T-Rex fucking died after Sam did nearly 200 damage to it in the turn.
Oh, Sam.
And then it shot out a bunch more minions.
And then, it shot out a bunch of...
Hopefully they're all going to die on Spike Grid.
I feel
Well...
like I might have wasted a spell.
Hey, you can be a little Hoover that mops everything up. No, I think this guy's more of an issue than the T-Rex, to be fair. And then in terms of my blades,
just stood in awe of you taking down a motherfucking T-Rex.
That's how you do it, boys. Oh, well. It's the case with
I hope somebody shouted, that's 2 counts as 1.
Forrest is
Chiron
going to
just in the background.
2 longbow shots.
Yeah, 26.
They're both
hits,
at
that's
the
11 piercing
guy
damage.
here.
Guy here, right? Yep. So that makes him gone, as he has already taken some damage from Orson's magic thingamajig. And where the second shot be at, as the first one was enough to kill that
Just
first
this one here then.
Yep, cool. That one is also taken care of and quickly dispatched with 2 quick sort of longbow shots. Anything else on your turn?
Depends what these guys can do. I think Zero is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20. Zero will go there. And Scarlet is going to do, what's the second wind? 1d10 plus 10.
Indeed.
14. That's not great, but we'll do. So she's healed up, lost her ability. He's just there for us. That's all the blades. Actually, she'll just move back here and they'll both just have each other's back.
Cool. If that is all the blades, then we're going to move to the Death Knight's turn. Well, the Death Knight, seeing all this, obviously isn't happy. So he's going to move through the space of his buddies here. So roll me 4d4. Matt.
Matt's just sat there eating a Taco Bell, rolling d4s.
Just fucking roll it on.
How many? Sorry,
4d4. 11. Not a bad roll. So 11 damage as he sort of like begins to sort of charge with this thing, but you can see he's slowed somewhat. His plate armor taking the brunt of it, but yeah, he's sort of slowed. And then for the final thing, he leaps up on the back of one of these ghouls, lunges into the air, spins his blade so it points facing down. The blade becomes this like Vanta black massive energy again, slams the blade into the ground, and he's going to cast Destructive Wave, 5th level Paladin spell. I'm going to need Orson, Giri, Navedo, the 2 blades back there, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Forrest is just out of range, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And Chiron, you're just out of range as well. Davyak's 40 feet up. Yeah, I'm going to need all of you guys to make dexterity saving throws, I believe it is.
I make it as a T-Rex, don't I?
Yes, you do. Constitution saving throw. Apologies. Constitution saving throw.
Constitution, okay.
My bad.
Oh, that's actually much better.
That is a little better.
It's the 2 blades.
T-Rex has +4. Well, it doesn't matter.
Yep, that is a fail from the T-Rex. Giri, you pass. 2 blades. The first one fails. The second one passes.
Okay.
As the DC is 17, and I need to roll just a lot of dice.
Is that... do I need to make a separate save, Ben, for my concentration?
Yes, but first find out how much the damage is to be able to half it. So that is 10, 16, 17 points of thunder damage as this echoing boom emanates out from the point in which it landed. And finally 10, 11, oh, that's a bigger roll. 17, 18 points of necrotic damage. So 17 plus 18 is 25, 35. So for those of you who take half, you take 17.
Orson collapses to the ground.
16.
Oh, so no.
Sorry, how much was it for half? For
17.
17, okay.
Yeah, you'll watch as Orson just collapses into a pile of rocks. Actually, no, this is Destructive Wave. Orson gets thrown into the building as a pile of rocks and physically goes through the wall of the building, smashes into some tableware and things inside, and is just like on the ground, like And yeah, Orson actually does need to make death saves.
Was it 35 if you failed? Sorry, Ben.
Yeah, 35 if you failed, yeah.
Okay.
And I believe that is all the Death Knight is going to do. He's just going to stand there with his glaive out, watching the destruction that he's caused with Orson going through the thing. You need to make me a con save, Navedo. This is against the DC of 17.
Okay. D20 plus 4. Oh, there are 2 6s in a row.
Oh man, that is incredibly unlucky. I apologize. So you revert back to your regular form around here as this destructive wave.
Did you say something about wasting the being a T-Rex?
Also,
Really
one thing I
wasted.
forgot to mention, because I'm only now reading the full extent of destructive wave, those that failed are also not prone. So,
Okay.
Navedo, you're prone, and one of the blades is prone as well.
What do we normally put for prone? There's like a man that's put his back out, isn't there? There we go.
Yeah, something like that. Cool. That's his turn.
Just prone, not knocked back.
Yeah, just prone. That is his turn. Navedo, it is up to you, my dude. You have Orson, who is just like inside the light in his sigils, like sparkling. And you can just have it. Help me.
Get him up! Get him up!
I could. Or I could not.
You do what Navedo would do, which who knows? It's different every day, isn't it?
It basically is. Navedo is a interesting conundrum.
Oh, that wasn't me casting Aura of Vitality, just to clarify. Don't want anyone thinking I'm being nice.
It's only when you don't have Doc that you realise how wet everyone else's healing is. Like a soggy bit of paper.
Can't
Actually-
wait for the next arc.
Sure, I will actually use Aura of Vitality if that would, do we think, get him up?
I don't know if that's the most. It's up to you.
Not that there was any kind of communication on how I should use my turn, but maybe I'll just think about
I
this.
mean,
for
you can
a
like
moment.
really quickly just say like, "What do I do?" And then other people can give you like a really brief response.
What should I do?
That water thing was pretty cool last time.
Well,
Do you
Oh,
have
that's a-
7th level spells or not yet?
yes, I have Dragonic Transformation, which is actually a fantastic suggestion.
It is also a bonus action, so you still have an action to cast certain spells. But
I can only cast one.
oh yeah,
spell per turn,
cantrips,
Ben.
yeah.
Come on,
God, I'm so sorry.
idiot.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm gonna use Dragonic Transformation.
All right. How do you see your draconic transformation taking form?
I imagine kind of take on, a scaly appearance, wings sprout from my back, almost like dragon, like angel wings, but the dragon wings. Get a little bit of claw action as well.
Yeah, nice. Just with this like massive roll, you plant one foot, and suddenly, yeah, you begin to grow these wings. Scales grow from your body, sort of emanating from your chest. Very, very nice.
And real quick, as a mountain druid, what do you think the most likely dragonic transformation kind of things are going to be?
Well, in Ambyr, there's not really dragons per se, but I mean, I think we said you went to like Titan at some point, so it'd be like a lot of like metallic dragons
Maybe.
and things like that. Yeah. Otherwise, you've never really seen a dragon, and this is you using your magic to come up with something. So you could create your own. You could make it green. You could make it yellow. You could make it whatever the fuck you want.
Let's go green because
Yeah.
it's druid.
Yeah,
So,
that's fair. You just
stay
get
on
these like
ground.
green scales, which are slightly more like leaf shaped, sort of over your skin and things like that. You become a slightly more draconic looking Navedo with a very, very loud roar. When you cast this spell and as a bonus action on subsequent turns, you can exhale your breath weapon. You now have blind sight. You have a flying speed.
Yeah, can I use my flying speed then?
Yes, of course. Where would you like to fly to?
I'd like to move here.
It'll take you half your movement to get up. So you have like, that would take you half. So you have like 30-foot flying speed basically. But yes, you can. Yes, you can of course go there.
Actually, maybe try to go there. Yeah, no, I'll go there.
Yep.
And can I use my breath weapon?
Yeah, of course. So basically all of these things except for like that one need to make a dex save or take a bunch of damage from your cone. So Death Knight rolled a 1. Fan-fucking-tastic. Ghoul, 18, 15, 15, 11 is fail. Cool. So that's like 2 successes and everyone else failed. It's like these 2 here succeeded, everyone else failed. So roll me 68 force damage. 20. Also the Death Knight failed, so yeah, that's 20, so that's 31. Points of damage. Fucking hell. These things actually have 22 HP, so they are just about up.
Barely breathing.
Barely fucking breathing. And yeah, these guys have 10 between them. Fucking cool. Is that your prediction, JJ?
Mm-hmm.
That was nice. To be fair, I did mention that Undead Cyril was somewhere in the vicinity. Cool. Oh, actually, that's 60 feet. This guy way back here needs to make a save as well. Because fuck it. Oh, 17. The lad passes. Just. All right.
The lad in the middle of the shitstorm of spike growth. I passed my dex save.
So all of that was your
What
bonus
anyone
action.
needs.
What would you like to do now, Luke?
Then can I? Oh, I can't really. Can I do this?
I think you can.
Thanks, Matt.
You're welcome.
I can cast a cantrip.
Yeah.
Can I cast Primal Savagery, which is a cantrip?
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, Ben, not to be that guy, but would a 60-foot cone go up 60 foot as well?
Oh, I was really hoping you wouldn't say that.
Well, the rule for
I shot it into the ground.
doesn't mean it goes up, and I could feasibly believe that he would try and make that cone avoid the Griffin plus thingy. So
I feel like you don't know what shape a cone is then if you don't think it goes up as well.
It's a squashed cone.
Well, if you imagine it's a cone, but obviously the height of the cone wouldn't be where Davyak is, would it?
It wouldn't be 60 feet at that point. No, you are correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cone logic.
me just trying to save Davyak's life because I like him.
I'm trying to both kill him and save him for the banter.
Cool. So
I feel bad for the T-Rex. It died in one round.
I know.
Both of them.
Oh my! I had a whole stat block and everything. Oh man! Spell it. Attacking your creature 5 feet of you. Target takes 1d10 acid damage. So yeah, so you've cast Primal Savagery. So I mean, you said you have like claws.
Yeah, basically, can I just slash at the demon dude with my claws?
Of course. Make me a melee spell attack. So just roll a Wisdom check and add 5.
Primal Savagery or
Add 9
Primal
or 10 or
Sassery, am
something.
I right?
Sorry, what was it, Ben?
Roll me a wisdom check and add 5. Or a d20 and add 10. Either or.
Okay. I'm really struggling to see wisdom. Why am I being dumb?
It's not very wise.
That's not very wisdom.
Yes, that definitely hits. 28 definitely hits this guy. So roll me then 3d10.
Is it 3d10? Oh,
It's
boy.
3d10 because you're 11th level.
Luke, pay attention to the spell description.
Actually, you're 14th level.
Oh
but-
my lord!
Oh my lord! I'm starting to get convinced that you guys have fucking done something to roll 20 now, because the amount of like insane rolls for some of this shit, like
Orson's rolled
Orson's
like
magic
2 ones
beam.
if that helps.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ! Yeah.
He's dead.
so-
We don't think about him anymore.
I didn't realise how useful that thing was, actually. Might have to start using that.
So you basically just like, as this draconic form, you basically roar and then almost faint with one hand and then grab his neck, and this like acidic bile begins to secrete from like the scales and stuff in your hand, and you just tear out part of this guy's neck. He's undead, so it doesn't really matter, but it's just a thing of you reaching beneath his helmet and like just over his like shoulder blades and just, and with it there's just this like fizz and bubble of like the acid that's left behind over his thing. That's fucking insane. He's fine, but that's some pretty good damage. Cool. Next up, ghouls. So this one moves 5 feet and dies because it's 2d4 and it has 2 HP left.
Yes.
This one moves 5 feet and dies. This one moves 5 feet. All it can really do. No, this one doesn't move actually. Those two won't move. This one will move there. This one will move there. This guy moves 5 feet out of the thing. Does it only take the damage if it moves into a square, or does it take it if it moves out of the square as well?
Description.
It's one of them weird ones.
For your eyes.
So spike growth. The ground is 20 foot difficult terrain, and a creature moves into or within the area.
So moving from.
So yeah. So this one dies too. This guy way over here is like, oh yeah, don't worry guys, I'm coming, and is going to do something kind of cheeky. He's going to use the terrain a little bit. So he's going to climb up. He takes, I'll say like 2d4, the 2d4 piercing damage, and he's going to climb on top of this rock. So he takes 5 damage, 15 damage, and then he's going to jump on there, and I'm going to roll an athletics check for him to jump out of the area. That's a 3.
Yes.
What's his strength? It's a 4. But that's still a 4. So he leaps over. Can you roll me 1d4, please? No, it's 2d4. Sorry, it's 2d4 piercing damage.
I'll do it again then. The 1. 4. That's all right. That's all right.
He's still alive.
He's got to get out that square. So
He does.
He's going round
now
to Chiron to get absolutely battered.
So now he moves out. He moves out of the square 5 feet. Roll me. Yep, he's fucking gone. He thought he was being all clever, but as he tries to leap off the thing, part of the stone just like crumbles away. It's like falls into the spikes and then just like rolls through the spikes to get out, and is gone. So we're gonna make some attacks against Giri now with these ghouls. So the first one is a 17 to hit.
Just misses.
And that's an 18 to hit. The next one.
That's my armor class exactly.
2 pretty good rolls. Can you make me a Constitution saving throw, please? I don't think you can fail this, but we'll see.
For shits and giggles.
Yeah, that beats a DC 12. Sure. That'll fucking do it. You take 8 points of slashing damage.
Yeah.
Then these two ghouls actually no, it doesn't get any kind of multi-attack or anything, no. So then these two are going to go up against Navedo. So Navedo, we're going to make some attacks against you. So that's an 8 to hit, which doesn't, but then the second one is a natural 20. One of them was coming for me. Can you make me a Constitution saving throw, Navedo?
Oh, thank goodness.
That does beat a 12. You take 4, 8, 11 plus 2, so that's 13 points of slashing damage from this thing's claws. And as this poison secretes into your body, you do start to feel a little bit numb for a second, but you manage to shake it off and recenter yourself in this moment. You're fine. That's pretty much fucking them, really. Cool. Next up, we go to Davyak. Davyak, what are you up to? You're flying in the air.
Yeah.
They're walking in the air.
I'm debating coming off the Griffin and coming down to join the fight, but then I know there's another way of coming.
I mean, I'm not going to make that joke.
You know what? Screw it. He's going to get a bow out. Ooh, oh, lost the page. There we are. I'll just aim at the big evil guy.
Yeah, all right, roll the hit. An 11 misses.
He's no Mazzy.
No, he ain't. I can fire twice, can't I?
You can, yes.
Yes. That's a bit better, right?
But a 16 still misses.
Oh,
The first shot sort of like thunks into the ground, almost like a warning shot to try and get his attention. Because you have this cool idea that he'll turn around and then you can shoot him in the face. But as he then turns around, this arrow just comes and he just slashes the arrow in half with his glaive, like mid-flight. Anything else on your turn? Any bonus actions? Any movement? Anything? Oh, actually, I'll tell you what he's going to do to you. He's going to try and get rid of your thing. Can you make me a dexterity saving throw as he casts Hellish Rebuke?
I'm good, thanks.
That's rough, buddy.
Oh, damn. I need to get fucking spells up, man. Ben needs to get fucking organized. One reaction, 2d10 fire damage. He will upcast. He'll upcast it like second level because second level spells for paladins are fucking garbage. So that's what 3d10 fire damage halved. So 1, it's a good start. 6, 15 half to 7 damage. Can you make me a con save as well, please? DC is 10. You're fine. Spike growth stays up. And he just sort of growls at you a little bit. Next up is Chiron, if there's nothing else for Davyak.
That's all.
Cool. Chiron. What's going on, Chiron?
Well, there's not much I can really do because there's a big spike growth in the way. So I'm going to reach around for another saddlebag and pull out some javelins.
Alrighty.
So I'm going to aim for the ghoul, the closest one first.
Yeah, 25 hits. 4 damage. Yeah, thunks into the thing.
That's not rolling.
Knocks it flat on its ass. That's rolling 1d6.
That's...
Without, you have a +5 strength. You can't physically get 4 damage. I think that just rolled 1d6.
Because it should be.
It's showing the strength and the modification there. That's weird.
It's roll.
Yeah,
it says
really
1d6 plus strength plus 2 rage damage.
But then, like I've just rolled it now, and I've got a 6, but you can't get a 6 if you have 5 plus 2.
I don't know how I've set that up.
Well,
Hold on.
roll I mean, I'll take the 4 because it's 1d6, and then plus 5 plus 2, so that's
There we go.
okay, that's done it. Yeah, so I mean, I'll take that one. So 9 damage. That one died.
Right, yeah, so 9 damage for the first attack.
Yep.
Second javelin, the second one.
21 easily hits.
And 12 damage for that.
12 damage for that one. This guy is still alive because he wasn't hit.
Okay, well then I will use my third attack that I'll remember on this turn that I have and throw a third javelin.
Oh, there we fucking go.
16
12
damage.
plus 4. 16 damage. Thunk. This thing just gets hit with a javelin, and then almost like you've angled it so that it's both knocked down but also away. So it just like slides through the rest of the spikes, and it's now just lying there with like a load of like slashes and holes and all sorts of stuff. Anything else on your turn, Chiron? Any movement?
Nah, I'm good.
Coolio.
Don't
Orson, can you someone roll me a death save for Orson?
Actually, yeah, I'll just move a little bit closer around here. Yeah, death save for Orson.
1d20. As a fail, you watch as one of Orson's sigil in the middle just on the ground as he's just not doing good, and his voice is like, help me, as his voice is going all funny. Things are going bad for young Orson. And Giri, what you got?
Gonna. Oh, not sure.
I think you got that attack. Delete monster. Just
Oh, Ben, by the way, I shouldn't have added rage damage to. So if the ghoul would have had more than 4 HP left, it can have 4 HP back.
It did not.
Okay.
Can you drop spike growth whenever? How long does it last for?
A minute, I believe.
10 minutes, something
or
like
until
that,
dispelled.
I think it's a slightly longer one.
It might be too bad.
Davyak, how long does his spike growth last?
I put it in the chat, so
Oh, you might have done.
And it does duration concentration up to 10 minutes.
Okay, that will probably be there for the next wave, so I won't ask you to get rid of that. I shall go invisible.
poof.
Gary goes invisible.
Matt, I don't think you can say that anymore. And then I'm gonna smack this guy.
Alrighty. Roll to hit. You have advantage.
Natural 20.
There is something going on here.
22,
Griffin's gonna die.
Well, evidently.
And yes, the 22 hits. So you can get your fucking extra damage. Who designed this weapon? Me. So that's 15 plus 8, 23, 43, 48.
What's the first hit? Second hit? We'll go again.
First hit.
24?
24 does hit, yep.
Another 15?
Another 15. What's the point of plate armor anymore?
Ooh, 16. Not so good. That's fine.
16 does miss. So what's that? 15 damage. That's it's funny. Yeah, but that final one. So the first one, you just like deliver this heavy slash through the middle, and it physically like breaks off a part of his armor. Second one, you slash upwards, then taking advantage of this point. But then the third one, you get a little bit cocky, try and go for the same piece one more time, and he just deflects your blade out of the way. Now looking particularly pissed. And as it is 10 past 9 and the end of the round, unless there's anything else you would like to do, Gary, should we take a quick 5-minute break?
I got my blades real quick, but
Oh yes, of course, yeah. Do your blades real quick,
so
and we'll
I'd
take
move.
a quick 5-minute break.
I'd move there, and then Forrest would come round and just bang 2 shots into this guy. Where is he? Where is he? 23 and I was gonna give myself advantage if I didn't. That's annoying. Okay, 21 damage to matey boy.
21 damage to this guy. Yep.
And then Azira is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20. No, hang on. 15 feet to get up. 20, 25, 30 will go here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. We'll come back here, and then he's going to use his bonus action to give himself 1d10 plus 10. 16, that's good.
Alrighty.
And then that's them.
Cool. And we will come back, say, in 5 minutes for what could be the last round of this of this wave. We'll see. We'll have to see. That was something against that T-Rex. That was fucking something. What was that? done and dusted. But we're still on the second wave, so why don't we pick things
Not
back
for
up
long.
very, very quickly? Maybe not for long, we'll see. So, picking things back up with the Death Knight's turn. He's going to sort of turn around. He's
not
you
dead
know,
yet.
he's not dead yet. He's looking around. He's doing, he's doing okay. He's feeling a little spooky. And he's gonna cast a spell, which I will get up because I was on the wrong stat block. He is gonna cast.
Has he been doing your roles as Balzanor, Matt? Every time he casts a spell, I'm like, why the fuck aren't you counterspelling?
I really wish I wish I could, but it's not happening.
It's not. Instead, you're missing bow shots.
Yeah, I'm just pew.
So he is going to sort of take his glaive and spin it through the air. Harfoon! And as he does, it just spins through the air, and suddenly the end of it catches light as he casts, as a bonus action, Searing Smite on his weapon. And then he's going to attack Giri with it, because Giri has taken down a bunch of ghouls.
I'm
and
invisible,
his thing. Yes, you are invisible, so...
and I have moved from where I was.
You have, but you're also in heavy armor, so make me a stealth check, and I'll make him a perception check, and we'll see how things go.
I don't get disadvantage on... And I
Yeah,
might even get advantage on this because I've got the armor.
You've got
That-
you've got the red armor, you've got the
Yeah.
mithril armor. Yeah, you
Yeah.
have advantage on this.
Holy shit! I mean, it's still
You have a
minus
Does
one.
Mithril
to
give you
death.
advantage? I thought it just meant no disadvantage.
But I'm
Yeah, no disadvantage, but now he's invisible,
Right.
so he gets advantage.
I mean, watch this still be a shite roll, but it's nice to dream. I can't see it.
13. Oh no, 18.
Oh.
Oh, that changes things. Okay, so
That's quite good.
he will use one of his attacks to sort of slash into where you were, and realize, you're not there. So instead, he will look towards Navedo, the next
no.
best target.
I'm sorry.
And we got a 25 to hit,
Nah, misses.
and 18 to hit.
Both hit, actually, funnily enough.
Cool.
Oh, did I mention I was flying 60 feet in the air?
You could have been.
You're flying. You could have been, but you didn't.
Bollocks.
So you take start of each of his turns needs to make concept. So right now, you take just quite a bit of damage because this is Searing Smite. So 1d10 plus so 9 slashing damage. He's an undead paladin, so you take 13 necrotic damage.
Is that from the first hit?
Yes, this is just from the first hit.
Can I use my reaction to Sentinel Feet slap him?
Yes, you can. And also 5 fire damage.
Cool.
22 does hit. He does take the 14 slashing damage.
15, sorry.
15 slashing damage. So what's that? 15. Ooh, okay. As he slashes down, you just chop down at one of his hands, and he just But then he goes in for the second stab towards Navedo, and actually, in doing that, you become visible again, and that does change things, because actually, yes, he would then decide, no, you're a problem. So I'm actually gonna say, Navedo, no, he doesn't hit you the second time. He's gonna then swing around and go for Giri the second time, and that is a 27 to hit.
Ow.
He doesn't have Searing Smite on anymore, so it's just that. So that's pretty good. That's 14 slashing damage plus 8 necrotic damage.
22?
Yes, I believe so. And I believe that's all 3 of his attacks. He can't do that anymore. Yeah. That's him. That's him done. Navedo, it is now your turn.
Okay.
Oh, actually, then he's also just going to move there.
Can't move.
Oh, yeah, you can't move because of Sentinel. Damn it. Fair play.
I think it's only when you use an attack of opportunity that it reduces their speed to 0 on Sentinel.
Double check, but probably right.
But does it say that attack that you make against him when he attacks someone else
it's not
is
an
an
attack of opportunity, that attack.
Okay, cool. Then...
Because I think this came up quite a few times in Campaign 2, Ben.
Oh,
Because
right,
two of them have Sentinel, so it went round the houses quite a lot.
Yeah, it's opportunity attack. You're correct.
Cool. So he's going to move there.
That 5 feet that he wants to move.
Then... Navedo, you do get an attack of opportunity if you'd like to take it.
Yeah, I will. Then I suppose I can use my breath weapon for that attack of opportunity.
Sadly not.
Can you imagine?
You hit me.
I think you have a staff. You have a staff or something. Oh shit! Yeah, 24 does hit.
Wood. Give
Wood.
him the wood.
Give him your wood.
Oh, I should have said go with the one-handed strike.
Cool. Yeah, he's going to move back there, take the opportunity attack, and then go. No, he's going to stay there. He's going to stay there. There.
Not that I really want to
he can't be
save,
back to.
but I need to make a con save because I got a hit.
Ah, yes, and you have Draconic Transformation up, yeah. You took... Fuck, it was like 3 fire plus... no, it rolled low, so it was 9 piercing plus 3 fire, so that's 12.
It was about
plus...
13, I think you said?
Yeah, so 13 damage overall, do you mean?
No, I think you said 13 necrotic.
Alright, yeah, then 13 necrotic, so that's 9 plus 13 plus 3. I call on the people of maths.
25?
Yeah.
25, so you need to make a DC 12 con save. You're fine. Cool. You are now on fire, however. One thing I forgot to mention with Searing Smite, you are now literally on fire.
I mean,
So at the start of your turn, you'll have to make another con save or take some fire damage. Which is funnily enough, because that actually comes up right now. Can you make another con save?
Fantastic. Can't wait to fail this one.
Oh, it's max damage as well. You take 6 fire damage.
Oh, when he said max damage, I got worried for it. Just a wee second.
No, you're alright.
Do I lose?
No,
My magic.
it's gone.
What do you mean, your magic?
Well, because I took fire damage, do I need to make a con save?
Yeah, you now need to make another con save to keep the thing. It's only DC 10.
I was just going to point out, I don't think Orson had a turn after my turn.
He made a death save, no?
Yeah, he made a death save.
He's made 1. I thought he's had 2 turns since then.
No.
So.
He definitely made a death. He definitely made a death save on the last turn. Whether he was meant to make one before that, I can't remember. So I did think when he made it, I was like, oh, is that his? I thought that was his second one.
Yes, no, because it was Destructive Wave, and then it was him, and then we were...
It was Destructive Wave,
No, because
he
it was
got
Destructive Wave, she got downed. And then now we're back to this round. It's just been a while, because Giri's turn took quite a while, because he was fucking cutting everything up. So, yeah, it's fine. You sadly lose Draconic Transformation. As these flames wreath over your body and burn up the scales, and you just let out this last roar, which at first sounds draconic, and then it's just you shouting. And
Scrolling back up the chat, he's not made one. He didn't make one after I made my javelin attacks.
Oh, okay. Roll a d20 for Orson.
Because I'm going to get that 20.
If Orson gets a 1 now, he's dead, by the way.
Fuck.
Orson's light once again begins to try and... as he just begins to slowly whisper. And he sort of like shakes on the ground, some of the stone
I
shuddering.
just wanted to get out of there before Navedo's turn, rather than after Navedo's turn.
That is a good shout. Navedo, it is now
Doesn't
your
change what
turn.
I'm going to do.
Okay.
Right, so I'm going to cast Sunbeam. No, I'm joking. I'm going to cast Aura of Vitality because I'm a nice person.
Alrighty. You cast Aura of Vitality.
And I wonder who I'm going to apply it to.
Navedo cast it on himself.
I do wonder.
I am looking a bit light, actually. No, I will of course provide such healings as I am able to Orson.
All right,
The rock.
Orson, you sort of like reach out with your healing to this sentient part of Orson, and suddenly it's not like the rocks and everything get more healthy. It's just like the power within him seems to surge. And he just like sits up. Ooh, quite nice in here. Oh yeah, bad guy. And he just like slowly starts the process of getting up.
Giri, I'm
Fuddy
hurt.
duddy little Orson.
Save me, Giri.
Too busy
Pretend he's
slicing
a
up.
T-Rex. Hit him again.
Cool. Next up, after your turn, 'cause that's your action and bonus action, would you like to move anywhere, or?
One second.
Wait 1 second.
Cool, 1 second is gone. I cannot wild shape this turn. I would like to do nothing. Thank you very much. Please proceed.
Coolio. Right, then we've got the ghouls in front of you. So, I guess this ghoul, being a fucking idiot, is going to run up to Giri, who is no longer invisible because she made an attack. And they're just going to go up to you and try and strike you. So, Giri, against you, that's an 11, misses.
No.
And against you, Navedo, that is a 21, which hits. Can you make me a Constitution saving throw? Apologies for the con saves. There's a lot of them. You're fine. You don't get paralyzed. You do, however, take a little bit of slashing damage. So you take 7 points of slashing damage. Another con save to hold up your Aura of Vitality.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Aura of Vitality fades.
Dude, we're in
Honestly,
a siege
unreal.
for the end of the world. Get your head in the game.
Got a lot going on.
That's the issue.
got
Just
skin
saw
in
one
the
of his
game.
best friends get impaled by a manticore and crash out the sky.
He did. Cool. That's the ghoul's turn. Davyak, it is up to you. What are you doing?
Right. Okay.
Get this shit done quick.
I am just going to check something before. Should have done this while I was waiting, but my bad. Elemental weapon, that's concentration, so I'd have to get rid of spike growth to do that.
Yes, you would.
Okay,
Yes,
I
but
won't bother with that then. Okay. Then I'm going to just fly down. Okay, I'm going to just jump apparently. And sort of try and fly past him and take a swing with my magical sword. It's not magical, I don't think.
it is magical.
Sword of Talos, it is magical, yes.
Indeed.
It's not as magical as it should be.
Does 1d8 radiant damage on every hit. It's not
Oh,
bad.
I like that one. I'll take that as well.
Right. I'm
No,
going to try and do it
Davyak's going for the
stealthily, but I don't
backbone.
know how stealthy a griffin flying over is.
No, a griffin flying over is not stealthy whatsoever.
No.
27 to hit, that definitely hits. Roll the damage.
Oof.
You do have Divine Smite, so if you'd like to expend a spell slot, you can add 2d8 radiant damage to that if you would like.
2d8. I will definitely be doing that.
Do it.
You can then add a d8 for every level above first that you
Oh,
have.
okay. So
Also, he's undead. I'm guessing.
Also, he's undead, so he takes an extra d8. You are right.
Oh, damn, I didn't know.
All right. Then I'm gonna. Actually, I'll just decisions. I'll cost at level 3, and then an extra d8. So technically, those are 2 d8 I've just done.
So that's first level for 2d8. Second level 3, 4, 5. So roll me 3 more d8.
Yeah, certainly, sir.
$17. So that's 10, 20, 37 points of radiant damage. Yeah, you watch. The fucking hell! I shouldn't have told you about that. I'm a fair DM. You watch as Griffin literally just swoops down from the ground. The Griffin just like lands straight in front of this thing, like claws it to the wall, and then Davyak just slams it through his chest, twists, and the sword of his sword of Talos just begins to burn, and this thing just and his body just crumples into dust, leaving only the armor left behind.
Amazing work, Davyak, swooping in at the end to take all the credit like you always do.
This is my kill. None of you guys helped. I defeated this guy, not you. So
I'm wet you.
He had about 30 HP left. For the sake of brevity, I will say it is 2 ghouls. They both barely have any HP left, and I think all of you only need to roll a natural 1 to hit them. So you find these ghouls after a quick little bit of combat are annihilated. For the sake of the audience, wet you means stab. That doesn't make any sense.
Dan said, "I will wet you."
Right.
I was just clarifying what the phrase means for anyone that doesn't know.
Sam is far too white for that.
I'm way too white to say I'll wet you. It sounds like I'm
Yeah.
going to piss on you.
Is that not a bit racist?
Nah, it's fine. So
Just brush that under the carpet.
So the area goes briefly quiet for a second. You get about 30 to 45 seconds of calm. If anyone would like to, during this time, you can expend a hit dice to regain HP. You can move yourself or any of the people you're controlling anywhere on the map. Make any quick plans that you would like to do.
Awesome.
I mean,
Way
you
back
guys
here
must have really
because the
checked
man
this.
is dying, or the rock is dying.
Yeah, you guys must really shit this game. I've just killed the big guy and I haven't even been hit once. Just
I'm gonna move
You're
around.
flying around at the top.
Fucking helps that, yeah, you're flying around like God knows what.
and on that note, I'm going to fly back up.
I behead Davyak's Griffin.
No, stay down here with us.
That's terrific.
How many? Oh, it's very easily. How many hit dice can we expend?
You can expend 1 because it's the 30 seconds of just you pumping yourself up for the next wave.
All that'll do.
I would expend some, but I haven't taken any damage yet, so...
Yeah, you were just sort of chilling on the other side.
Another person who's just sat at the side.
A certain spike.
Well, I
growth,
would have
which
killed more of
actually-
them, except the spike growth did it all. I was there
Yeah,
just like,
this-
come on, and then they're just like,
You were waiting for that guy that had like 2 HP that jumped off the rock.
Yeah, I was gonna.
Chance, and then he died.
I was gonna play cricket with his head. I was gonna chop it off, turn the axe to the side, and smack it over the wall, and then roll
Well-
intimidation on an entire undead army. But
Ben, so just to let you know, I've done a hit dice, and then I'm going to do second wind as well.
Okie dokie. Yep, of course you can do that.
What level are we now? 14.
You're level 14, so that's 14 plus 1d10.
Ooh, Mamacita. Yes, please.
Mamacita. Oh, yeah, 9. Nice. Okay, so the area goes quiet for a second. Several sort of more like small chittering creatures in the undead army sort of shimmer around the alley to the side of you, but for a brief moment there is a pause, and you sort of think, okay, this is good. Until all around you suddenly begin to see a glow emanating from the floor, like a fog or mist begins to grow from all around you. Slowly, sort of not climbing under the ground, more like floating up from the ground, are several glowing creatures, spectres, of sort of emitting a ghostly light all around you.
these bitches can fuck off.
That's no way to talk about, actually.
I know they're being noisy.
Let me just
I
get
feel
the
like
headphones out and say
that
it
makes
again.
it something you've said now, Luke, not me.
You ready yourselves for the fight around you. These undead spectres, they don't look like warriors, however. They look like farmhands, miners, random travelers,
Can't be killing
guild
children.
merchants. But they are
just try
undead, and evidence of their death is all over them. Some still have ghostly arrows still stuck in their forms, or burn marks over their faces. Some are missing limbs and things like that. But they all sort of appear in these forms. And as you look around, you look back to the entrance, and there is one singular light in the air, slowly looming towards you, and a figure beneath it. As it begins to emerge, some of you have dark vision, and so it sort of begins to come into the scene, and it begins to get lit from the ghostly presences of the creatures below, and you see a very, very tall creature, about maybe 30 feet in height. Its skin is pale and withering, like a very, very, very pale grey, and it wears these grey to very, very light blue silks over its body. In its arms and chest and several places it has piercings of gold and silver and jewels, and around its rings it has giant rings made of silver and gold. And its form completely stops at its neck. But its head is there in a ghostly spectral form, similar to the creatures below. And yes, JJ, you are right. You recognize the face, the pierced face of an undead Ciro, the cloud giant who helped you in the north. If you remember, Raziel beheaded him and left him at the bottom of the elevator. It seems his body has been reclaimed by Yara to be used in the fight against you.
Poor bloke just wants a break.
And as he comes into the form, he is literally floating off the ground. In fact, all of these creatures are floating off the ground just a couple of feet.
That's not very fair.
That is a horrific image at the top.
It is
Oh,
a
yeah.
horrific image at the top. He carries this large morning star, one that you remember him having in his workshop, but he never actually picked up himself. In fact, it looks way too pristine and clean for anything else around. You know, Cyril wasn't necessarily a violent man himself. And as he floats into the scene, the spectral head opens its mouth, but no words come out, no undead groan, just the loud whistling of wind, as he was indeed a cloud giant. And this mist begins to emanate across the area. Such a loud, giant creature. It is very, very unsettling to see this wind. And he just points down at each of you. Raises his morning star. And for the last time, can we roll a very, very quick initiative?
Thank you for letting
So
us
you
do a new
can
one.
take care of this motherfucking undead Ciro. I'll roll for awesome just because it's quick. Oh no, you've already done it. 7. We'll take that.
Who's left?
Gary Rollies with Orson again.
Rollies.
Yeah.
I'll smash it
Roly polies.
with my 16.
Fuck off.
Hey, so it goes.
Do you want me to roll again with Giri or? Oh,
No,
sorry,
that was
okay.
just to decide. Gary and Orson got a 7. It's just to see who went first out of the two of them.
Oh, sorry.
Getting that quick, Matt.
I didn't see a 7.
Good. I'll roll again if you want me to, Matt.
Navedo,
Oh,
you've
it's
been consistently on the
dexterity.
top of initiative every round. It is a sight to see. I need to roll
That's
their
my
initiative.
+1 to his initiative.
So they're going to go.
Aramis has +5
there,
and still
and they're
somehow
gonna
never
go
rolls well.
there. All right, Navedo, you
It'll
are
be-
up first.
It would be unfair if Ormus went first.
True.
Because he's too busy
About
thinking
40,
about himself.
45 minutes to get this shit done. Navedo, you're up first.
Ben,
Ghostly
I've just
entities have
thought, Ben,
emerged
sorry.
all around you. Yes.
So we're probably still having a session next week before we do our in-person one, aren't we?
Yeah.
So there's no major rush, is there?
Are we? I don't know. I was.
Well, if we're doing an in-person one next weekend, then we've got the Monday before that.
Yeah, we've got the 3rd.
Well-
and then we're talking about doing it on the 10th, aren't we? So that's
Yeah,
2
I
weeks.
was under the assumption that if we want to do the boss battle, we'll probably get this finished up now, so we
Yeah, I
can.
mean, boss battle's probably going to span across a couple of sessions, I reckon.
I've tried to keep it under one, similar to the thingy fight. Keep it under one, but it's always there's also like the aftermath of what happens after the battle. If you win, if you lose, there's still shit to be done, and then we can hopefully the session after the one in person, or maybe the one after that, we can move on to the next arc. Yeah, I guess you are right. There's no massive rush, but yeah, if we get it done today, then we'll do games next week or something like that, and then we'll have the boss battle in person. So that'll be good fun. Cool. Navedo, it's up to you, my dude.
Would I know if a melee attack or something would hurt these creatures?
Roll me a religion check.
If it doesn't, I think that's several of us completely boned.
15. So you may have heard, especially like ghostly spirits of the forest, mainly, not necessarily ghostly spirits of people, but surely they somewhat cross over. And you are aware that, yes, melee attacks and things will still hurt, though these sorts of creatures would generally have resistance to non-magical types of damages. As, non-magical damages would just sort of go through them, whereas magical damage would potentially pierce them. Though also many elemental types of damage may not do as much damage as you think it might do, as they are sort of halfway into the sort of ethereal plane. So I'll say that with a 15. Yeah, you would be aware like a magical sword will deal proper damage, a non-magical one won't. But certain types of damage they also might be resistant to as well. Okay. I'll say that's your like bonus action to just quickly think all that up, or it can be your action, whichever one. But you still technically have Aura Vitality up for like 2 rounds. Spike Growth is still up from the last one because
Yes, so you said they float off the ground.
they do indeed float off the ground.
Sorry.
Yes.
He lost Aura Vitality, didn't he?
Yeah.
Oh yes, you did. Never mind then. Aura Vitality's gone. So, Navedo, what are you doing?
This is not the most sensible thing to do, but I really just want to do it. Polymorph into Giant Ape, thank you very much. And I'm going to throw Orson at the giant. No, I'm joking.
I was going to say, I don't think he'll survive the trip. Giant Ape, is that huge? Yeah?
It is big.
I think that's huge.
It's in the name. It's in the name, yeah.
It is a huge creature.
So suddenly, Navedo, you just plant your foot, very sick and tired of all of your spells being just disrupted and gone. You just like give out this roar that suddenly turns into this like, you ever heard like a gorilla roar, sort of like King Kong's roar, and then you suddenly just grow all this hair, all of your stuff molds into yourself, and you turn into a giant ape. What would you like to do as a giant ape?
I don't think I can attack.
Oh no, you can't. Yeah, that's your action to do that. But you can move. You can.
I'll wait for you to lose concentration on this.
Can I just? I'm just going to hop up on this building right here.
All right, that will be an attack of opportunity from the one just next to you.
Absolutely will not.
I believe it will, but I will say
there.
as a giant.
Was that?
Huh?
Eh?
No, you were.
No,
you
I
were-
never passed through it.
You were there.
Nah, we've got different memories of my placement.
I placed you.
I made you.
do I want to risk that?
It's a 7 anyway, so you're
Oh,
fine.
well, then,
You
yeah, I do
you
want to
jump
risk
up,
that.
you're fine. You jump up like King Kong leap up to the top of the building. As you land, the building somewhat shakes a little bit because it does have a hole in the top and a hole in the side from where Awesome went flying through it. But hey, I'm sure you'll be fine.
Somewhere, Griffin, Balzanor are going to turn into blasters.
They're going to make a mint.
Yeah. We don't just do roofs, we branched out.
Cool. If that is everything, then who's next in the
That's
initiative?
it, yeah.
Davyak. What's Davyak up to on this fine
If I get off
day?
the Griffin, do I have a stab up for the Griffin?
I can send you just like look at if you have like another tab open, just look up D&D Griffin.
All
right. And there should be the first one that comes up.
Could do that quickly then because I probably want to end up making a.
Yeah, D&D Griffin. There'll be the one that's on D&D Beyond, or Roll20, either or. Click on one of them. Stat block for a Griffin.
All right. Cool. Anyway, I'm gonna jump off because I've still got my sword in hand. And have a thwickety thwack.
Thwickety thwack. Alrighty, rolled. 24 hits. 9 slashing damage and 7 radiant, 16 overall. Yeah, and your sword, being magical, burns through this creature's like center as it just sort of as it's suddenly just cut through the center. Still alive, but you've done a pretty hefty hit to it.
And I can attack again, can't I?
You can indeed.
Not my actual main card. So there it is. Ooh.
Another 22 does also hit. For 10 slashing damage, 2 radiant, and with that, the spectre, just like the second slash now, just down its body as it tries to just reach out to, just dissipates into nothing, and just like this small, this really, really small pile, almost like a sort of like pinch of just this strange silvery dust appears just on the floor. The only memory of this thing's existence. But nicely done. Anything else on your turn?
I can clearly see that they're hovering above the spike growth, so I'm just going to...
Yes, they are.
It's a bit pointless at the moment.
Alrighty. Spike growth. S. Gone.
And just get the Griffin's stat block up. So what can he actually do? Griffin makes 2 attacks, one with its beak and one with its claws.
It can indeed.
Beak takes 6.
Its intelligence is actually 6 because it's someone greater steed, so it has a telepathic connection to you. So you can like telepathically say to it, "Go over there, kill that thing, do that thing."
As it, oh, my screen's frozen. Shit. Okay, that's weird. Right. Can he fly up and then dive down at the one in front? And sort of have an attack with its... I'm sort of thinking of a dive down attack and then fly off again.
Okay.
Is that something D&D can do? I don't know.
I mean, yeah, it would. The thing would get an attack of opportunity, so it could go up, fly down, strike at it with its beak and claws, and then fly back up again. And if it's still alive, it'll get an attack of opportunity. It'll get an attack of opportunity as it flies away.
Right. Well, we'll do that because I think that's.
So it goes up, uses momentum to swoop down on this spectre creature. Roll me a 2d20. We'll say the first one's the beak, the second one's the claws, and add 6 to each.
So 2d20. Oh,
God. They both hit.
Oh, nice.
So roll me for the first attack 1d8, and then add 4.
And the other one's 2d6 plus 4. Okay. 1d8.
7 plus 4 is 11.
And 2d6.
Oh, that is 6. So that's 17 damage. Because it's not magical, this damage is halved. So that's, 8 damage. And if the Griffin still wants to fly away, it can do. Otherwise, it can stay there.
I think it would, just because if he doesn't, I think I'm going to get attacked by most things.
Alrighty.
So, probably
Griffin
best to take one
flies
and get a ball
back
around
up.
it.
We can say it flies up with like the movement to go up, down, and then back up again. It has like 30 feet of movement left. 30 feet of movement
Yeah,
left.
it flies 80 feet, so...
Yeah, but obviously you said you wanted it to go slightly up, down, and then back up again.
So I'm saying there's a lot of movement, but...
Yeah. So he's got like 30 feet up in the air now.
Yeah,
that is a
makes sense.
14 to hit the Griffin,
That
which does hit.
does hit, yeah.
So then this Spectre deals 6, 9 plus, I guess like 2. Yeah, 2. So that's 11 points of, is it cold damage? You can tell, I've looked this up. No, necrotic damage. And actually, it's 3d6. I was thinking of an entirely different thing, so it rolls again. So that's 9. Oh, no, yeah, 11 points of necrotic damage. And can your Griffin make me a con save? Papa, please. D20, add 3.
D20, yeah, correct. Nice.
18. It's fine. Cool. That is the Griffin's turn, not Griffin's turn. That'll just confuse everybody. Next up.
First name there.
Next up, Undead Ciro. So Ciro just sort of floats through the sky, the morning star just like dragging behind it. And he's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That thing's not in the way, so it's going to go like 35, 40. Let me just double check on that movement speed. Yeah, so it's going to get to there, and suddenly all around this, sorry, he just opens his mouth and and as he does this, from his mouth, this like mist, like fog, begins to just pour out of the sides of his mouth and swirl and spin all around him. And in fact, it spins all around him to anyone within 30 feet. 25, you're in range. Chiron, you're in range. Davyak's in range. And Navedo's in range. Can I get, so everyone within 30 feet of this creature to make me a wisdom saving throw?
Ah, shit.
Oh! Yeah.
Davyak, you're alright. Navedo, you're alright. Chiron, you are not alright. And waiting on Giri.
Giri in 30 feet?
Giri's in 30 feet.
Oh shit! Sorry, I did not even hear you say that. I was like, oh, what are we waiting for? Wisdom save, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, I'm gonna use my Indomitable to take that again.
I think I might do the same.
Oh, that was well worth everyone's time.
Alright.
Wait, Chiron, how does it feel to be a fucking idiot like me?
So as this mist sort of spins around you, just for this brief moment, in this mist you begin seeing creatures and different begin seeing like creatures and different faces of people you once knew, people you currently know, faces that you don't recognize, but they're horrifying. And you all do become frightened, those of you who failed.
Before this happens, can I use my reaction to make an attack of opportunity against Ciro as he's come within 10 feet of me? And I have the polar blast defeat.
Yes, you can. Of course you can.
Okay, alright, so I'm going to make an attack before being frightened. A 30.
30 does hit.
Yes, a 30. 10 damage.
10 damage. All right. Now, here's a very important question. As you all become frightened, so Chiron and Giri, you both become frightened of this creature. And as you become frightened, you feel just a sudden, like, weight fall on your body as your muscles wane and this energy sort of, like, sinks, not just into your mind, but into your, like, whole form, your whole being. It's like the necrotic energy is taking hold in very, very different ways. In ways you're not familiar with. Can I ask you a question? How old is Chiron and how old is Giri?
Before that, can I ask you a question? What level Paladin is Davyak? And because I'm within 10 feet of him.
Davyak is I believe he is actually a 6th level Paladin. So you do get a +3 to your save, which still fails.
Bollocks.
If I'd known that, I would have stuck with an 18 on the first save.
He's a temp character. I'll allow
I
it.
was more thinking of his aura or that protects me from being frightened. I'll still take
That protects you from. Protects you from
yeah,
being
is he a high
frightened.
enough level? Because I can't remember what level Paladins get that.
Yeah, Davyak is he got to a 6th level Paladin. So yeah, yeah, okay. I'll allow it.
I'll take the effect of the fail. I'll compromise, take the effect of the fail, but not be frightened.
Sure. I mean, sure. Yeah. Fuck it. Why not? So, how old is Chiron and how old is Giri?
How old do centaurs live?
They live as long as humans do.
As long as humans do.
Giri is 25.
Giri is 25. Roll me a d4, Sam.
A D4.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh. Oh, that's good.
Oh, he's now 100.
Giri is now 65 years of age.
What?
As the necrotic energy seeps into her body, she takes a bunch of psychic damage, and this horrifying visage physically decays your body and decays your form, so to a point where you feel older. So your body is 65. Giri mentally is still 25, but
Yeah, that's my question.
A permanent effect?
pardon?
A permanent effect?
You don't know.
I can hope not.
You're also, because this is a high level boss, going to take a little bit of damage. A lot of effects on this thing, so it's not a good start. 18, 22, 24. So for those who passed, so the ape, Davyak, and Chiron, you take 12. Giri, you take 24 points of psychic damage. Whew. Lots of effects to get through on that one, but I'm glad we got there. Potentially something, yes, you can have reversed, but
I was going to say Chiron's probably like 40.
Oh shit! We said take the effects of the fail, but not be frightened. So roll me a d4, JJ. Fuck it.
Well, shit.
Chiron's 70 now.
I just don't want to be on this bloody battlefield.
I'm gonna say because you're 70, take away. What's your movement speed?
40 feet.
Take away 5 feet from your movement speed. Because you're still a centaur at the end of the day, but
So
5 feet. Something.
this giant's got to die.
Careful you don't colic, mate.
However, 60. Seen some pretty badass 60-year-old people in my time. Yeah.
Okay,
Barristan Salome.
that's fair.
He's real.
Especially in the peak form, Giri keeps herself in with a 20 constitution as well. I feel like that sort of makes sense. Anyway, so that is Ciro's turn. Next up, we have Chiron. Chiron, you feel weird. You feel old. You look at your arms and they're wrinkling, and everything's wrinkly. Chiron becomes an old man.
Your knockers
An
must
angry
be
old
dragging
man.
along the ground at this point.
The rage.
You
Building,
could use them like a flail.
building
Well,
within me.
Well, he's a
ignoring-
horse. You got the shaft as the shaft.
Ignoring everything going on, I'm going to smack this motherfucker 3 times.
Go for it. 28 will hit.
16 damage.
16 damage.
21, I'm guessing will also hit.
21 does, yes, hit.
And 30 to hit. 50.
30 does also hit, so that's kind of convenient. That's 46 points of damage.
And then bonus action, I'm going to hit him with the hilt.
Go for it.
For a 19.
19 hits.
For another 11 bludgeoning damage.
11 bludgeoning damage.
I can still move, you fucker!
Yeah, feeling the slight age, but you, like in your mind, you're just like, no, I'm too angry to feel old right now.
Yeah,
and you just
know what,
start.
Let's pump a psionic
spinning
energy dice
shit.
into that last one as well. So can you make a strength save?
Strength save.
Yeah, it's like DC 14 or something, so he'll probably pass this.
Yeah, you got a 27.
Yeah, I figure he probably can't fail these, but it's an extra D10 of psychic damage. Oh, that's shit. Well, it's 3, so
There we go. Sweet. Next up is Giri. Giri, you feel weird. You feel old. Something is wrong. You're not quite sure what's wrong. What would you like to do?
I don't know, but I feel like I want a nap. I don't need to be out on this battlefield. I'm frightened, aren't I?
You are now frightened
So I'll
of
actually move towards
Zero.
Zero.
At the end of your turn, you can make another save
Okay.
to negate the effect, but
Okay. Right, I'm gonna come up to this geezer right here,
mm-hmm.
and I will make myself invisible,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna strike them 3 times.
Alrighty.
So
Go for it.
is this just a straight roll?
This is yes, a straight roll because the source of your fear is within sight.
20?
20 hits, yep.
13? I'll reroll that one.
13, yeah, does
16.
hit them as you just spin around, slash. 16, even better. Spin around and slash through this thing's chest. It's like an old farmer dude. You're just like, shit.
And then I'll go again. 27?
27 hits.
17?
And with another slash, this thing just dissipates into this fine sort of grey dust.
Awesome. And then... Oh, I can't move to... Fuck's sake, I can't move towards this one.
Yeah, you sort of go towards that one, but then you see Ciro and just this, like, these eyes beaming at you. And you just, like, remember, like, memories of Ciro speaking with him in his laboratory and his workshop and things like that. And, yeah, you just can't do it.
Oh, I'll move. I've got just enough movement to get there, and then I'll use my last strike on this geese.
Alrighty.
30.
30 hits.
18.
18 slashing damage. Nicely done. Not quite dead yet, but pretty hefty point. Pretty hefty point of damage.
Mhm.
Nicely done.
Blades.
The blades.
The blades.
The blades.
Forrest is gonna camp here, and then he will use his bonus. So he'll get advantage on these 2 attacks. It is 2 attacks, isn't it?
Yes, they all get 2 attacks. Yeah.
Okay, and then he gets the temp bonus as well, which is nice. So, love that.
Which one's he hitting again?
This one on the left.
One on the left. 14 does actually hit. Yeah.
Oh, you weak piece of shit. 5.
Oh no, didn't mean to delete it. My bad.
Takes 5, and then he'll hit him again. There we go, crit. For 1 more damage than before.
So that's 11, half to 5, because their bows aren't magical.
Yes.
Cool. And the others making any moves?
Yeah, they will. Would they get their proficiency bonus, their damage, or no? Is it just their...
No, just their... Yeah, just their dice and modifier.
Okay, and then the thing is going to come here and try to hit this lad.
Mm-hmm.
20 and it's 5 slashing damage.
Yep. not quite gone yet, but it's a pretty hefty strike. It passes through, and where yours has been basically like passing through the etherealness and basically like cutting like a physical thing into it, his just passes through, and it's almost like it just like sends like a puff of smoke, like just like pass with the blade. So it deals a bit of damage, but not quite as much.
And then again.
But then that final one, just like with this loud like roar, just cuts through it, and it does just it dissipates into nothing.
And then 15 Scarlet will come there, and then Forest is just going to move back here as well, actually.
Cool.
Did you say that one's dead?
Oh yes, that one is dead. Yeah. Finally, Orson. Orson
He's
magic
got a
ball.
thing on his sheet that says Blessing of the Cloud Giant. He regains 2 hit points at the beginning of every turn. So we had what, 30 seconds?
Yeah, we had like 30 seconds. So add
5 rounds, 10 hit points.
Yeah, 10 hit points
Cool.
onto him.
I mean, slightly better. Doesn't have a ranged option, but I'm assuming there's plenty of like rubble and stuff around. Can Orson like pick up some rocks and throw them instead of like having to run in and slam?
You can pick up one of them bodies.
Sure. Why not?
Yeah. Orson just picks up a body. Well, who's he throwing it at?
Throw it at let's say Ciro. Bad Ciro. No.
Nice. Yeah. So he just picks up this body next to him. I'm very sorry, but you're not being very useful right now, and I just sort of need to. Make me a straight strength with Orson.
Okay. 21.
Yeah.
He's basically seeing his reanimated dead dad.
I mean, yeah, this is the guy who created him.
This is some trauma.
This is some trauma for Orson, and he's like, you can tell he's not happy about it, but to keep you guys alive and okay, and he's sort of seen how shaken up Giri is in this moment, so he's trying to push past it. But he does throw it. Roll me. I'm gonna say this is the body of a thing. Roll me. Oh no, like improvised weapons are D4, but he's big, so roll me like 2D4 plus his strength.
2d4 plus strength of 7, so that's 12 total.
12 total. It's not magical. Sadly, this person wasn't a sorcerer or anything like that, so they're not magical.
That sounds like the biggest technicality.
So hey, if any of you are a sorcerer and you got pushed into
So
a
I can
ghost,
use the body of
that
Glyndon to
motherfucker.
beat the shit out of things, but the body of Giri, no.
Even though the body of Giri is probably a lot harder than the body of Glyndon. He's just got that.
Well,
magic
no,
touch.
Glyndon's a wizard. If you use the body of Balzanor, hey, fuck out of that.
So only innate
The horns
magic,
will have an effect there.
not learned
Maybe.
magic.
I feel like that's just kind of cool.
Balzanor, we need your
anyway.
body. Horns first, like a big javelin.
Fantastic.
Like a discus. If you just chop the head off, the discus with a head.
That's
Oh
dark.
no. Right. So yeah, that's Orson's turn throwing that body.
Yes.
We now go back to Navedo. You're up first, Navedo.
Have the ghosts had a turn?
Oh shit! No, the ghosts are meant to go after Giri. My bad. The ghosts will now go. So these ghosts will slowly come up here. So that one's going to go there. This one's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. This one's going to keep attacking the Griffin. 5, 10, 15. 5, 10, 15 there. And then this one's going to sort of look and see that the Griffin's being taken care of. But, human. 5, 10, 15, 20 over here. And so we're going to make some attacks. So, first we're going to do the one against Chiron. Aha! Nat 20.
Oh dear, he's not even here to hear it.
He isn't. So JJ, when he gets back, will take 8. Oh god. 14, 16, 20 points of necrotic damage, and he'll need to make a con save, which he'll inevitably pass. JJ, I crit against you.
Oh, okay.
20 points of damage. Can you make me a con save?
Yes.
Yeah, you are perfectly fine. You feel this thing, I'd reach into your heart almost and try and grab it.
So 20 points of
and
damage.
Tries to just, like, you almost feel like this pulsing sensation, like it's trying to drain some of your life force, but you just almost like, glare at it with the helmet.
I'm old enough already, damn it.
Whatever it is. Next attack is against Azura, and that hits with a 21. Pretty good hit. So that's 6 and 9 plus that 13 points of necrotic damage to Azura. Can she make a? Actually, you know what? They're side things. I don't really mind about them. 13 points of necrotic damage.
Can I use my reaction to hit this thing as it approaches me as well?
Yes, you can.
Thank you. 24.
Actually, I'm going to say no because you used your reaction to hit Ciro as
And
you
then I
approached.
got a turn.
Ah, yes, and then you did get a turn. So, yes. Yeah, so 24, 14 points of damage. Nice. Attack is going to be against Davyak. It's a 19 plus stuff. That hits Davyak. Jesus. So that's 10 points of necrotic damage. Con save from Davyak. Misses the Griffin. Hits the Griffin.
The Griffin should be out of range, 30 feet up.
Oh yes, the Griffin's way up high. In which case, these things would have started to move over here. Then I'm going to move just that one there and that one like back there. That's their turn. Actually, they're dumb as fuck in the spectre, so they will actually dash just to move like there and there. Yeah, there. Cool. Spectres. Then we had, so they would have gone after Giri. Orson threw a body. Navedo, we're back to you. Giant ape. What you gonna do, Mr. Giant Ape?
Fling the shit.
Can I leap onto the giant?
Of course you can.
You have to do a
Of fucking
chest
course you
bump first.
can.
Suplex that shit.
Yeah, so this giant, 30 feet tall. You're like a giant ape, so you're like a gorilla, so, you know, you're maybe, I don't know, 20, 25 feet tall, but you're way above it right now, so just make me an athletics check for a giant ape. So,
What is athletics?
strength.
Oh, okay.
And I'm going to
Cool.
say he's going to make a contested one to try and sort of shove you off as you jump.
So D20 plus 6. Oh
D20
no,
plus
that's
6.
shocking.
12. He rolled a 2 plus 8, which is a 10. So you do, in fact, like, it's rough, and you put your foot through the house as you do it, causing quite a bit of commotion and damage, and maybe Chiron, some, like, tiles start falling down on your head. But you do leap across and grab at, like, his silk shirt, just start pulling yourself up to his shoulders. You are now on him. You are on Undead Ciro.
Alright. Can I now hit him in the head?
Yeah, fuck it, I'll allow it.
Sweet. So
I will say
fist-
his head is spectral, his body is it doesn't actually matter either way, the resistance is supply the same. But yeah, you can now hit him in the head.
Cool. So +9 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
So 3d10 plus 6.
Yep.
20.
Ooh, 20 points of damage, halved because it's non-magical, sadly. So that's 10 points of damage.
I knew that was going to happen. And then you get multi-attack with fist attack.
You do, but I'll say that leaping onto it is basically like using a movement to leap and then grappling it to sort of hold on.
Okay.
So I'm going to say that that one attack is probably you done for the moment. I'll say. But you're like physically on the front of this thing as a giant ape, just screaming in its face as it's just like, and you're just like punching it and slamming it and doing all sorts of business. Well, now it's his turn, and I don't think he's very happy with you. And that has changed
I don't
a
think he
lot
can
of
see
his
me.
plans.
I can't see it.
Of course not. Of course he can't see you. We're gonna say that he's going to try. He's gonna do something kind of interesting. Bit more of a massive titany fight, and he's gonna basically carry you up to. So he's gonna go like 5, 10. And then he's basically just gonna like try and push you into the wall, basically try and just like slam you into the wall. Yes, Matt.
Attack of opportunity on the Griffin and Maz.
He's still within the range of the Griffin and within the range of Davyak. So yeah, he's basically gonna try and like take you here and slam you into the wall, hopefully as well, dropping you on top of dropping some rubble on top of Chiron. So roll me a contested strength athletics check to see if he can pull this off.
Alright. Pray for a better D20 roll.
Something above 10.
Oh,
It was better.
plus 6.
Plus 6 for a 13. Oh, you're really gonna hate me.
Is it
You rolled a
13?
You rolled a 15.
Damn it.
So I'm gonna say it's not as much damage. You'll still take like the full strength, but I'll say that's 6 plus. So you take 14 points of bludgeoning damage as he just slams straight into you, and then Chiron, make a dex save.
23.
Yeah, you're fine. A bunch of the rubble like starts falling down, but you manage to sort of like move out of the way of most of it and like maneuver your way around it, and you're raging as well, so it's not too much for you to bother. And then sort of holding you up against the wall with his other hand, he's going to try and no, you are being the problem. So now, with you up against the wall, he's going to take his Morningstar into a little bit of a sort of corrected close guard grip, and just boom, thwack you straight across the face. So we'll see how this works. That's a 24 to hit.
That's double my AC.
Fun. So that's it's not great damage so far. 6, 11 plus that. That's 21 points of bludgeoning damage.
Grim.
Can you make a con save?
Yes.
You also need to make a con save for the last thing as well, because he pushed you into the building and dealt damage to you. So make 2. You're fine for the first one, and fine for the second one.
Oh god, thank you.
Good.
Just as this basically, like, Chiron, from your perspective, a like Titan fight is happening way above you. A huge 25-foot ape. While you're just dealing with this like piddly fucking like spectre who is like a farmhand looking dude and doesn't really know what's going on. It just knows that you're alive and it hates you.
That's really.
I love it. We'll finish up this round of combat really quick. So with that's Ciro's job done. Davyak, it's now your turn. You are being flanked by some undead specters. What would you like to do? Can't quite hear you, Matt. May have unplugged yourself.
I mute myself. Sorry.
There we go.
I'll take the guy above me first. That's what I'll say.
25 hits. Yep.
And thwack.
9 plus 4, 13 points of damage. Nice. Yep.
And I think to make sure I don't get flanked, I'll go for the same guy again.
Same guy again.
Oh.
Nicely done. That hits with 9 points of damage, and the second strike. So the first strike just slices at this thing's arm that starts to reach out for you, and the second one just down this thing. Again, just silvering mist echoes across the floor.
Does the Griffin get advantage because of the position of?
I would say if the Griffin came like here, it would get advantage. Because technically, what's happening right now is this, as it's pushing Navedo into the thing over Chiron and the Spectre.
I think the Griffin's going to try and get. I assume, are you on his back, Navedo? Well,
He's
He's on the front. This thing.
Okay,
like,
I'll jump on his. I'll jump on his back then. And go for
Yeah, go for the beacon claws. D20, 2d20, add 6 to both.
Oh, we have to say that again. Sorry, 2d.
2d20, add 6 to both.
Oh.
So 19 hits, 13 doesn't. So were you attacking with the... You said you were going up and raking it with the claws, so roll me 2d6 plus 4. 7 plus 4, 11, half down to 5. 18. Nice, as this Griffin goes up and just starts clawing down the back of this thing, trying to sort of fly up. Trying to sort of fly up its back, but also raking against its back. How high up? Imagine Sarah's 30 feet tall. How high up?
Head height, really.
Head height? So about 25 to 30 feet up.
Yeah.
Awesome. Chiron, what's going on, man?
Okay, I'm just gonna start like whirling the axe around. I got a lot of shit around me, so let's go for the one next to Davyak first.
Yep. 30 hits.
And we'll pump a psionic energy dice into that, so a strength save on them as well.
That is a 2. That's a fail.
So that's a fail. So they take 8 force damage.
8 more force damage. Nice. It's not quite dead yet. It's still just holding on to life.
Okay, I'm going to spin around and go for the one down below me with the second attack. 23. Another 10.
Yeah, that gets rid of it immediately.
Okay.
As you take that momentum,
and then I'll
swing
spin
it back.
and third attack against the one next to Davyak. And another 18.
Nicely done. This thing is gone.
Cool.
Just with that,
and then I don't want to be in this position anymore. So I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, let's go 25 feet, sort of on the edge of the statue, like around here, so I'm well away from being... actually, I'll go 20 feet, I don't want to be crushed by the statue either. Just so I'm well away from being crushed by any debris, and a giant ape.
Okie dokie. Awesome.
Hold on, I just want to check something.
Ben, I've just realised I should have made a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, yes, at the end of your turn. Yeah, go for it. Yep, roll me up a wisdom save.
I can't do any of that on... I can't do any of that.
You are fine. You are no longer frightened.
I'm
you steal your resolve amongst your blades and get yourself ready for another battle. Which conveniently means it comes up to your turn, Giri. What are you doing? No longer frightened and afraid.
Give me that fighting spirit. Give it to me.
Alrighty.
And then punch on these. So I'm going to hit the one directly in front of me. 26.
26 hits.
19.
19. Deleted.
Delete. 28.
It's
18,
not quite deleted.
28,
It's
17.
Now it's deleted.
And then I'm going to spot the statue, and I will shout at Orson to push the statue into Ciro.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
And then
That
I'll go
sounds
about 10.
epic.
I'll start moving around here.
Okay.
I'll come about here, yeah.
Cool.
And then Blades aren't going to do much. They're going to move around just here with me. And then Forrest will move here and just get a couple of shots off on Ciro. Probably won't hit me, but
Yeah.
Barry's doing 7 then nothing. 18?
18 does hit.
4 damage and,
And
22.
4 damage.
He's been very
22
good,
also
actually.
hits. He's not bad. Sadly, the 4 damage is reduced to 2. So that's and then 9 damage is reduced to 4. 4. Awesome. Then it's Orson's turn, and yes, Orson.
Giri, do you want me to push it with my
Obviously-
hands or with my big chest laser?
Whatever you think works best, mate. I trust your judgment.
Question.
I think you should do your chest laser, because then you'll damage him with that as well.
Okay.
I was gonna say, just roll me just because I this is like the side characters, and I just kind of think things could be cool. Just roll me a quick strength check, just to see how well Orson thinks he could lift this statue.
Okay. 15 plus 7 strength for Orson.
Orson thinks he could lift this statue and whack Ciro with it.
Okay. Orson is gonna do that.
If he would like to.
Yeah.
Also recognize that Orson is somewhat knowledgeable enough to realize these arrows aren't quite making him bleed enough, and therefore this non-magical big thing might not make him bleed enough. But at the same time, whacking this dude with a big statue might do quite a bit of damage.
Okay. He'll move up. Rip the statue out of the ground then and use it as a giant club.
That's not what I said. Never mind.
Yes, Orson just steps up, grabs it like one meaty hand, punches the base of it to make this like erupting crack through it, and then lifts it up and brings it down. Roll me a strength check for Orson to just straight strength to see if he hits.
Ooh, 16.
He does indeed hit.
Ah. Excellent.
Roll me 3d10 and add Orson's strength.
3d10 plus 7. Oh. It's a sad
Not great.
number.
It's a really awkward thing to try and smash into, and the momentum does take him a little bit forward. But he does hit onto the back of Ciro. So that's what, 9 plus 7, 16, half to 8. So that's 2. How many slam attacks does Orson get to make?
It's only 1.
Okay.
I was looking to see. I thought it was 2, but it's only 1.
I thought it was 2, but I guess not. Yeah, so Orson lifts it up, slams into the back of Ciro's leg. He does buckle for a brief second, but he also like just pushes back with this like windy howl, and then just continues again as Navedo, you think you've got a bit of a break, just pushes you back into the wall to remind you, no, you are staying the fuck here, as you're now getting like almost like 5 feet into the wall as he's just trying to choke you out basically into this wall. I forgot to do the ghosts.
How do you know?
But all the ghosts are dead. So that's fun. And yeah, I think we could call it here. Ciro's not looking too great. We could do one more round. With all of you now shooting him, he could potentially die, or we could.
It would be quick, wouldn't it?
Could be fairly quick. I'm at the mercy of the players.
Yeah, I'm happy to do one more. I mean, it's
I
very,
reckon
it's very
strike
simple
him.
what I'm going to do, so...
Do it, quick,
Yeah.
strike.
Cool. So, Navedo, you are basically being like choked out by Ciro, undead Ciro, massive undead Ciro on the wall. What are you doing?
Can I try an attack?
Yeah.
Alright, can I make a fist attack.
Oh lordy, find the drink first. Yes, of course you can. I'm gonna say this is with make me just a basic strength check, just to see how well you're holding yourself up in this position, being
Luke, is that a
thing against the wall.
double-digit number?
I'm not sure.
The 16.
Yeah.
Yeah, I put the DC about 15. So yeah, you can make these fine. You're not at a disadvantage.
All right. So that's 25 to hit.
25 definitely hits.
Oh no, sorry, 24. But...
Yeah, 24 still hits.
All right. He can have a cheeky little 3d10 plus 6.
21 plus 6. That's 20 fucking 7 half to 13. Nice. Do you have another attack or?
Yes. Oh shit.
That one sadly. Well, what? 2 plus what?
Plus 9.
Plus 9. It doesn't quite hit, I'm afraid. The first attack, you manage to sort of like sock him straight in the gut, but the next one you go for his face and you try and claw past his face. And it goes literally straight.
The sound of the
through
wind
his
is
face.
off-putting.
Yeah. Next up is him, and Ciro's sort of realizing all his ghostly friends are dead, but he doesn't quite care. So he's going to, with just one hand up, pull you out of the wall, turn, and try and essentially slam you down into this well, into this like well pool, and almost try and drown you. So he's going to spin you around.
What did you do to him, Luke? Did I miss that?
And make me
Got
a
a bit of ape excrement in his eye.
Oh, I see.
and make me a strength saving throw against his thing of that's gonna
Plus 6.
2 16s. Roll again, as it's an even draw.
Finally.
Yeah, so
This went better than that 20.
no, he grabs you and tries to slam you down, but you angle yourself around so that you don't go down like on your back. You end up going down like just on your side, on your knees, and you hold yourself up in position. And that has not changed what he's going to do in the slightest. As he's trying to push down on you, he takes his morning star up, looks between the raging barbarian and Davyak. I mean, realistically, it's a dumbass thing. It's got to be against the barbarian, right?
Come at me, bro.
And come at you, he did with a natural 20.
I got 130 hit points burning a hole in my pocket. I ain't
That's
worried.
6d10 plus 8, so 7. That's 63 points of bludgeoning damage.
Halved to 31.
Halved to 31 because you're a motherfucking barbarian. So he just comes down like holding Navedo in place with one hand, like around the throat. Just comes down with this morning star, and it slams down on you, and all of you sort of like look towards thing, and you think like, what the fuck? And there's this like brief thing of mist, and you just watch as this centaur just slowly rises, holding this morning star like up with like the shaft of his axe.
You look down there,
like
and he's like 4 inches lower in the ground.
Yeah, and like one of the spikes from the morning star has like gone through your hand or arm or something. So you have that's where like the 30 damage is coming from. But
you
you're
gotta
like
pay for that.
holding him there. 70-year-old centaur. God, someone break his leg. Put him down. But that is gonna be Ciro's turn. He's not gonna do much else other than that. So then we're gonna go to Davyak. What's Davyak up to?
Again, advantage because of Navedo?
Yep.
Navedo's getting drowned in a.
Doesn't specify the conditions of which.
He's very close to this drowning.
They have to be a combat threat, I think, is all it says. And I think giant ape constitutes combat threat.
Actually, no, he didn't. No, you didn't. No, you passed the save, so you didn't take damage from being thrust down. So actually, you don't need to roll a con save. You're fine. Yeah, roll me an attack to hit, Davyak. Thank God for the advantage. A 21 does indeed hit. 18. Not quite enough, as you just begin slashing and hacking at this thing. It's like I'm coming, Navedo, just like slashing around, and you see like these like large gash wounds open up in. You remember Ciro, he was an old guy, so when you cut this open, there is really not much flesh to get to the bone here. And then you just start hacking away at the bones, just trying to get this thing's attention, but it just ain't budging.
I'm gonna, with this one, stab straight through where I think the heart should be.
I mean, that's like 15 feet up, dude.
I'm not going to do that then. I'm going to slash at the legs again.
I love the
Stab him in the
ambition.
butt. Stab him in the butt.
I mean, I'll allow you to use your other effort to try and climb.
Get him
and try
under
and
the
stab him,
loincloth.
20 hits.
Yeah.
11 plus 3.
Matt, what do paladins do?
It's fine, Sam. I've got this.
Okay. You can smite Matt if you want. But it's up to you.
Okay. Yes. How do I do that?
Just expend whatever spell slot you would like, up to whatever you have, and roll the equivalent amount of d8s. So it's 3d8 to begin with, because he's undead.
If you're trying to think of it strategically, Matt, I'd say you can never go high enough.
Yeah, that's fair.
And this is why Griffin never has any spell slots.
Exactly. Nothing's ever
Galahad.
alive that long to
Yeah,
man.
my Griffin's doing quite well, so I'm going to use the a level 4.
Level 4, that's fucking hell.
6.
That's 5d8, that's
I think this might be a
6d8.
bit overkill.
Oh no, no such thing.
That's a max level smite. That's the maximum you can do.
Yeah. Roll me 68 radiant damage, Matt. Why the 5d8 and then 1d8?
Because it's on the extra thing. Like, there's a 5.
The extra thing only lets you roll up to 5 at once.
Yeah,
And then
he
just
doesn't do
right,
the advanced
okay.
dice roll though.
I thought that was just you being really awkward for a minute.
No, it's just because it's easy.
in that case, I feel a lot happier by saying this. How would you like to defeat undead Ciro?
Okay, so one leg's going to get chopped off.
Yeah, the smite just goes
Come on,
straight
get the
through the
other
back leg.
Chopped off. And now he's fallen, probably onto his knees, and probably fallen a bit lower. Then I'm going to stab him through the heart, through the back, in the heart.
Yeah, so both legs, like one leg, like basically chopped off. The other one doesn't quite chop off, but it like basically cuts the hamstring and every bit of flesh down the back. Falls to his knees. As he begins to go back, you thrust him through the heart, and then Navedo, you just slowly rise up over the body of undead Ciro, who's got like inches of life left. Boom, boom, boom! Just slam him down onto Davyak's sword, who has to roll out of the way pretty quickly to not get crushed underneath the weight of the body of Ciro. But very, very quickly, he is pulp and bones.
Stop! He's dead already.
And stood atop
Such a
Ciro's,
shame.
basically just King Kong. The area
Well done,
goes.
Davy. That swooping at the end again, like you always do.
Oh, it's such a shame I had an action surge just for a moment like this.
I'm very. That was very, very close. He had about 2 or 3 HP left, and then you decided to go ahead with a fucking 4th level divine smite.
Right.
So, but no, the area goes.
I thought it was close, but I'd still kind of wanted to do that anyway. So.
Fair enough. No. It's fantastic. The area goes quiet for a minute as you all just take this second, and there is a little bit of a longer break now between the waves as you just take a second, clear the sort of area, check on each other, make sure each other's okay before setting up. The undead army, this like horde of skeletons now, followed by wraiths, followed by large like ogre-like creatures, begins just storming in. And just as they make it to the wall, they just sort of they stop. And they turn. And then suddenly we'll find out what they do next, depending on whether you guys kill Yara or not.
Yeah. No.
Thank you very much. Gentlemen, hope you'll